Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an awesome day so far. In today's tutorial, in today's video, I'm showing you this whole entire look. I'm using a ton of new products. Some of them I really love. But before we get into, don't skip on me. I'm looking at my comments so I can shout you guys out. Before I get into the video, I want to shout out a few of you guys. I'd like to say thank you to, where did it go? There we go. To Luann Thompson. I have seen your name on my videos a bunch of times, so thank you so much for watching and commenting. And I would also like to give a shout out to Apurva Savant. I hope I didn't just butcher your name, but thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me that you guys watch my videos and comment on them. That is so cool. So keep commenting and I will keep shouting you guys out. And now, if you'd like to see how I got this look, the sultry glitter glam smoky winged eyeshadow look, then please keep watching because I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. One of the first things I have to try is a new primer by Wet n Wild. This is their Prime Focus Primer Serum. The claim is it's hydrating, which is exactly what I need when it gets colder. So this, it looks really cool. It's like very liquidy and it comes with, you know, one of these dropper things. The interesting thing about it, it looks like it's going to give me a sheen too because it's got like a gold reflectiveness to it. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, I'm going to put it on areas where I just need a little bit. This definitely has like a shimmer in it for sure. For sure. I'm gonna get this hydrating stuff up under my eyes. I did already moisturize. I always moisturize before I do makeup. I just left that in my eyebrows off camera because I use the same brow product that I've been using for like the last 5 years now. So that's not too exciting. Anyway, with primer done, I want to do my eyes. It's gonna be a tape look. Grab a little bit of tape, doesn't have to be much. You want to stick it to the back of the hand before you apply it to your face because you don't want to, like, you know, rip your skin off or do anything crazy. What you want to do with this is put it right underneath your eye and just kind of like follow the line that you would normally do for a winged liner. And I am going to be smoking out my lower lash line so you can see that I've left like a gap here so that I have one sharp line when I'm done with my makeup. That's just personal preference, up to you. You can put it right up on the corner of your eyelid or you can just leave that little bit of gap there like I did. For my eye primer today, I'm just gonna be using my tried and true eye primer, which is really just concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I have the shade 5. This stuff is way better. Like I have yet to find an eye primer that I actually like, just because I know I should have showed you this, but I have all these little veins on my eyelids that a primer just like never seems to cover. So concealer it is. And then to set that concealer before it creases, I'm using the H&B Cosmetics Soft Focus Loose Powder. Mine is in the shade Translucent. A helpful tip I have is to go back in with your finger and just blend out that concealer or primer that you use before you set it. Just because you don't want to accidentally set a crease in your eyelid. Okay, I am super excited to use this. I already got powder on it. Super excited to use this. This is the Vieve eyeshadow palette. Jamie Genevieve on YouTube came out with her own brand and this is it. So I haven't swatched anything. I haven't looked at any reviews. I'm just really excited to dip in and try this. I love that it comes with a huge mirror. I will definitely be using this today as opposed to like looking down at the mirror I have in front of me. This palette is like really big. Let me grab one for comparison. Grab two. Okay, so this is the ABH Soft Glam palette. This is her palette. It's ginormo. And then here it is compared to one of the Naked eyeshadow palettes. Really big. So the vibe I'm going for today is a smoky eyeliner look. Oh my god. That was scary. One of my little eyeshadow pans tried to pop out on me. The first shade I'm going to pick up is Goodnight, which is this black shade. I'm only going to use a little bit at first because I don't want to, you know, accidentally put too much on and then I'm stuck with a smoky eye, because I want smoky wing, not necessarily big black smoky eye, you know. Anyway, I'm going to start by putting this onto the outer corner here, so right at the end of my eyelid, and then I'm going to kind of like tail this up and out like you would eyeliner, and basically we're just going to smoke it out on our lash line. And I can already tell you this is really pigmented because I just picked up a little, like I did like 2 little taps and I already have this much product on my eye, which is awesome. So I'm gonna very slowly kind of work my way in about 2/3 of the way on my lid. And again, like, watch this, just a little, really, really pigmented. Wow. The next thing I'm gonna do, I have like one of these dual-ended brushes that comes in like the Naked Urban Decay palettes. So I'm just flipping this over. This is just a fluffy kind of blending brush. I'm just gonna very lightly work on blending this out. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to not have any harsh lines, so I can go in and blend another color right on top of it. By the way, these earrings, aren't they cute? They're from Target, if anyone's wondering. And we'll go back in and pack this color on once we kind of get the blend that we want. But for right now, we are just blending. The next color I think I'm gonna pick up is Delicious, right here. And again, I'm not gonna pick up too much of that because apparently we got crazy pigment here, or crazy coverage, I don't know what the right word is. And I basically am just gonna go right over top of what we put down. And I'm going to drag this further in on my eyelid than I did the black. And basically, we're just gonna really work on blending those 2 colors together. Then I'm just gonna flip the brush over. Again, this is just one of those dual brushes that I have. Just grab any fluffy blending brush, and we're kind of just gonna blend this out. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is pick up this shade Cozy, and I'm gonna start blending this shade into my crease. And once we get to this outer corner here, we're just kind of gonna blend over top of the 2 shades that we've already put down, and we're kind of gonna follow that like swooping motion. Next shade I'm going to pick up is Buff, which is this one right here, and I'm just going to use this in my crease, kind of higher, or I shouldn't say my crease, higher up my brow bone, just to kind of buff out that Cozy shade and make sure that we don't really have any harsh lines here. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into Goodnight, which is that black shade, and I'm going to work on really building this up. So I'm really only going to be packing it down here in that corner and a little bit on my lid, and then I'll be blending it again. And I'm gonna work on kind of blending all this black kind of all over the place on my outer corner. Because I don't mind if it gets, you know, into the base of my crease out here on the outer corner. That is totally fine. That's just gonna give you more of a cat eye look. I know it looks crazy right now, but you're gonna have to trust me. I'm gonna go back into a little bit more of Cozy, which is that first shade I put down in my crease. And I'm just gonna work on kind of marrying this little area out here on my outer corner together. and then dragging a little bit more of that shade in. Then I'm just picking up Buff one more time, and I'm going to buff the very outer area of my eye. Next, what I'm going to do is pick up the shade Thea, or Thea, I'm really not sure how to say it. I'm just going to be using my finger, and I'm going to start packing this on like the outer half of my lid. Wow, that's really pretty. Now, me personally, I'm not afraid to get in my crease, and you shouldn't be either. So this is where I've got it. Okay, so once you've got that shade on, you're gonna pick up a little bit more of that black shade and just kind of reform your wing on that bottom part there. If you want, you can do a little bit of blending, but don't go too crazy. Very light strokes. Okay, so next shade I'm going to pick up is going to be this Glimmer shade, which is really light, very pretty, and we're going to put that on our kind of inner lid, and then we're going to very lightly pat over the other shade that we laid down, which is that, you know, the really gold shade. And again, don't be afraid to get onto your crease, it'll be okay. Okay, so now with no additional product on our black brush, you're just kind of gonna make a line again, a smoky line just like that. If you feel like you need just a little more depth, pack it onto the very bottom. Okay, so now we're gonna pack on a little bit of that Delicious shade, which is the dark brown that we used. And that's just kind of gonna go right over top of the black one more time. And we're gonna kind of almost blend that right into our crease. Then we're just gonna take our cozy brush, I'm not adding any more product, and just kind of going over everything one more time. And I will do the exact same thing with my buff brush. So, moment of truth here, we're gonna peel off our tape. Oh yeah, now that is a smoky eye, smoky liner. Okay, so next order of business, I'm gonna move on. I always do my eyelids first, and then I move on to my face, and then I come back and finish my eyes. So I got this new foundation. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This one is in the shade Soft Ivory. I don't know if it's gonna be a perfect match, but I'm gonna make it work. Go. Oh, she's got a paddle. Let's try that much first. That'll be fine. Well, this is pretty good coverage. Okay, so first impression of this foundation, we've definitely got some full coverage here. Wow. I mean, face to normal chest comparison might be a little light, but we can definitely work with that. Okay, I told you guys I would try a new concealer, one of the ones that Makeup Revolution sent me. I'm trying to decide, maybe C1. These are the Conceal and Define Infinite Long Wear Concealers. Is this gonna be too light? I'm already there, right? So what I'm gonna do is just put this concealer on the back of my hand, and then I'll just blend it onto my face with my sponge. All right, here goes. Oh yeah, talk about an under eye highlight, huh? Okay, that's the shade. I'm also gonna hit right here in between my eyebrows. And I'll just bring it down the center of my nose. God, that is so bright. Next up, I'm gonna set. Again, I'm using that H&B setting powder, and I'm just going to use a brush. Then you definitely also want to make sure that you are setting your neck too, your foundation. I normally don't set the rest of my face foundation, so I'm not gonna do that. I am though gonna contour my face right now. This is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Well loved. If you are very fair, this is a great contour powder because it's so cool toned and it's so light, so you're not gonna like overdo it and be, you know, orange or be using a contour shade that's way too dark. I really like this one, and it smells like chocolate, so if you're a fan of chocolate, highly recommend. And you want to remember with contour powder, you kind of want to like almost get this into your hair if you're going for kind of a more natural contour. I'm going to keep adding product on here, but it just makes everything blend so much better when it looks like it's, you know, natural. Okay, so next is nose contour. Okay, that looks much better. Next order of business is blush. This is NARS Orgasm. One of my staples. And I like to put my blush basically like right on top of my contour. I'm not really into the whole apple of the cheeks thing anymore. I haven't been for like years now. And I would even be so bold to put it up here on my temples. Next product that I am super excited for is one of the Vieve highlighters. This is in the shade Bijou, I believe is how you say it. That's pretty. Again, haven't used it, not even a swatch. Ooh, that is pretty. I'm also just gonna hit the top of my brow bone with this. I will say the thing about this highlight is there's definitely like crushed up glitter or something in here. Again, I haven't watched any reviews on it, but I definitely see like glitter in it, but it's not big chunky glitter. It's very, very fine. Okay, I gotta fix that eyebrow. Don't worry, I'll get there. Okay, so this is also gonna be my inner corner highlight. And I like to hold my brush, I like to apply it from like above. So I'll stick it in my inner corner and just kind of swipe up that way. You can always swipe onto the lid too, but I just like to start there. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the tip of my nose as well. And then we're just gonna do a nice thin line down the center. God, kind of like an exclamation point. Explanation point. There we go. And I really like that like light between the eyes, so I kind of put it heavy there. That's my fave. And I'm not gonna highlight my chin. I really haven't been into that recently, so. Okay, let's fix this eyebrow. Okay, so my vote is we get back to the eyes. I'm gonna pick up Goodnight, which is that black shade. I just have it on an angled brush here. And I'm gonna start at my outer corner and go about halfway into my eye. Next, I'm picking up Delicious. I'm gonna slowly, slowly buff that black shade out. And then just to give us even more of a blend, we're skipping Cozy and we're gonna pick up the shade Buff. Which is kind of just really gonna help to tie this under eye together. So next thing we're gonna do is add some black eyeliner to our waterline, and we can tightline as well. And look at the difference that makes. Next step is mascara. This one I haven't tried yet. This is one that I got in my last video. This is the mascara from Makeup Revolution. It's got a really big wand. Here it goes. It's not bad, but I think I like my Maybelline like more, but it's definitely not bad. I think I'm just thrown off by how big this brush is. It packs a ton of product, which is great. However, I'm nervous to try and put mascara on my lower lashes. Don't like that. Next up is lashes. I'm gonna just go ahead and pop these on. These are the brand Kiss in the style 9. These are just kind of like really similar to Wispies if they're not called Wispies already. All right, lashes are on. I look great. Now it's time for lips. I'm gonna do a red lip because it's Christmas. This is the pickup liner from The Balm in the shade I don't know, it doesn't say. It's a red one. I don't know if they make it anymore or not. She's red. Okay, so this is the lipstick I got in the last video. This is from Makeup Revolution in the shade Ruby. Okay, and the last thing I have to try here is this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Mattifying Longwear Makeup Fixing Spray. God, like 20 words in that one. Okay, well, I don't really like to be matte, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for YouTube. If your hair's already done, move it back, honey. And then one last thing I do to, you know, kind of get it all mixed together here is just take like a clean side or a flat side of your sponge and just go over any, just got a whiff of that setting spray down my throat. Go over where you put any powder just to kind of either push it further into your face so you look, you know, poreless, or pick up any excess, especially if your sponge is still kind of damp. All right, you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This came out exactly how I pictured it would, which is pretty surprising because that normally just doesn't happen for me. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know if you would wear this look out. It's very sultry, very smoky, but not like super dark. It's not a black smoky eye, so it's got some glitz, got some glam, got a red lip. You could also do a nude lip with this, or like even a light pink would be really pretty. But for holiday purposes, a red lip is great because of the color, and it just makes your teeth look really white. That's what I'm looking at right now. Just can't beat it. And I never wear red lips, so I don't know why I don't do that more often. But I really liked everything that I used today. I don't know really about the setting spray and the primer that I used. I feel like the primer didn't really make too big of a difference. Like I don't feel like, I mean, my skin feels fine, I feel hydrated, but I didn't really notice like that much else of a difference. And I kind of either use a moisturizer or a primer that's like a moisturizer consistency wise, so that runniness didn't really do it for me because it also wasn't really oily. It was just kind of like, you know, like my face sucked it in, and I felt like I didn't really get a huge benefit from it. And same with the mattifying setting spray. I'm normally not a matte girl, and I was already pretty matte before I put it on, so I don't know, I think you would kind of have to test it with like a really dewy foundation. But the foundation and the concealers that I used were amazing, especially with that Holly Cosmetics, H&B Cosmetics setting powder, which I highly recommend. It's like so finely milled, it makes your face look poreless. Looks pretty good. Definitely love the eyeshadow palette and the highlighter. Anyway, you guys, that's all I got for this video. So thank you so much for watching and sticking through, and leave a comment down below, leave a suggestion to, oh my gosh, I can't talk today, suggestion down below if you have anything you want to see from me, and I will be replying to comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.